What first got you excited about blockchains? Think about it. Oh wait. I bet it wasn't multi-million-dollar hacks, exposed data, or finding somewhere safe to store your seed phrase. Was it? Maybe it was the idea of decentralizing a broken financial system. Maybe it was imagining a world where people own their own data and get to sharing the value it creates. Or maybe it was the promise of a fundamentally better way of connecting, communicating, and transacting. The next phase of the internet that empowers us instead of exploiting us. So why hasn't that happened yet? Why are we still living with the same broken system that blockchains promise to fix? It's because blockchains can't keep a secret. Enabling open, transparent systems was only the first half of the challenge. For blockchains to really change the world, they also have to be able to protect our sensitive data when it matters. And that's why we built Midnight, to bring down the final barrier to mass adoption and unlock the full potential of the decentralized web. Let's build the internet we deserve, together.
Ladies and gentlemen, we all know this in crypto. Ownership matters. That's why Cake Wallet. Cake Wallet gives you full control of your digital assets, all in one easy-to-use application. You can store Bitcoin, Litecoin, Zcash, Monero, and many more with just one secure backup. Swap between coins in seconds. No copying addresses, no complicated steps, and even includes Bitcoin Lightning for faster payments. And with Cake Wallet built in, you can use crypto in real life through debit cards or gift cards. Simple, secure, self-custody. Download Cake Wallet and take control of your crypto. Welcome to The Breakdown, episode 751. Sponsored by Midnight. Shout out to Midnight. We'll talk about Midnight. Obviously, there was a I don't want to use the word exploit, but there was something that happened on OneChain that first everybody thought it was a huge whale with about 300 million plus in tokens. With Midnight just selling off, but there's more to that story, so we'll touch on that. Shout out to Midnight City, check that out. Friday I'll go dive into it and see what my agent is doing. I'm sure that he's still just mining away and sleeping. That's what he seems to be good at. Okay. Also, shout out to Polymarket. Polymarket is the official prediction market sponsor of The Breakdown. That's right. And Cake Wallet. Shout out to Cake Wallet. Cake Wallet, one of the most secure hot wallets that we have in the space. If you're into Monero and Zcash and Litecoin and Bitcoin, go download Cake Wallet. And also look into, by the way, Radar Chat, which the team went ahead and created Radar Chat. Secure chat, encrypted chat, and now you can also send out Bitcoin. So there you go. All right. Crypto Politics AI, today's update. I guess we're going to talk about the markets. We're going to see where the markets stand. Apparently the Senate is, I'm not going to hold my breath, but there's talk that's coming out. There's talk that's coming out saying that the Clarity Act might pass. So we shall see. We shall see if the Clarity Act does go ahead and pass. But there's conversations that are being had. Bitcoin, I think, is over $65,000. Hold on one second. Let me go ahead and look. Let's check on. Jesus Christ, it took it down for a second. Let me go ahead and bring this up. Let me bring this up real quick. I'll look here. Talking to myself. Bitcoin is at 66.5. Now it might go up and then might go back down. I tuned into a space for 5 minutes, and a guy came up and he said, well, we'll go up and then we'll go all the way down to 32,000 or 34,000, some shit like that. And I'm like, wow, okay. He said, it's going to happen quick. And then we're going to move up. Quick, and then we're going to move up. By the way, if you have not shared, reposted, if you haven't called your grandmother and told her that I'm live right now, you're missing out. Anyway, but everybody has different thoughts. Everybody has thoughts that, okay, Bitcoin's going up. It's going to $12. There are people that believe that we already tapped the bottom and we're going to move upwards. I'm kind of, like I said yesterday, I'm neutral with this because when people say shit is going to, let's say 30,000, I always play $10,000 higher. I don't know. That's just my mentality, man. I remember last time when Bitcoin touched 15.5, it was supposed to go to 7,000, 8,000. So I just sit back. Listen, even if it goes there, I'll tell you right now, even if we touch these numbers, I'm fine with it. I got liquidity on the side to go ahead and get in. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with any scenario. I'm actually absolutely happy that we are now bullish. And when I say bullish, the sentiment is very bullish. And that's what I'm happy about. That's it. It's turned around. The sentiment has turned. Might not reflect on the charts, but the sentiment has now changed. And it's good. It's good to see people a little bit more happy. It's good to see people trying to come together. And I've talked about this on Spaces. I do want to have that Wall Street Bets movement. I want that shit to come. We are the catalyst to go ahead and make it happen. I want to be a part of it. I feel like I will be a part of it on my own time. Somebody, by the way, sent me a DM. I think I got a few DMs about this. Hey, man, we sent you tokens to your wallet. What are you doing with the creator fees? They're mine. You sent me something to my wallet. That is mine. The audacity. That's like sending somebody or giving somebody a Christmas present and saying, "Well, I bought you that and I want it back." That's not how we work. That's not how that works. At least, you know what? I keep it real, man. I keep it 100% with you guys, man. I do not sugarcoat anything. I do not hide. That's a really weird question. That is a really weird question. I'm going to send you something. And then you're going to return. What are we talking about? These must be some broccoli head son of a bitches contacting me. These have to be broccoli head motherfuckers. Now, my point is being proven. My point is being proven about what is deemed a success. And that is price and green candles. Success is not deemed, and this is where it's either going to work or it's not going to work. And I've said this multiple times. I didn't come here to lose. Never. But it takes a while to build a foundation. It takes a while to build a community. It takes a while for people to look at the messaging that you're putting out there and say, okay, I fuck with this. I want to be a part of something cool. I'm tired of chasing. I'm tired of getting destroyed. It takes a while. Because right now, what I see is it's exactly what I've written down. People are giving up. Some people are giving up. Social experiment. This type of test shows me exactly what I need to do. What I need to do. Some people popped in for a quick, oh my God, maybe I can get a 5X. Maybe I can get a 10X. And then I can dump it and run to the next. No, I didn't give that to you. You weren't listening. You weren't listening. You didn't listen to my spaces that I've held. You didn't listen to that big ass space that I held. You haven't been listening to what I've been saying on here. That's on you. I've said when I decide to do something, everybody will know. I'm not walking and I'm not going to do things based on your feelings, based on your emotions. I build the way I want to build. I've said this, and it's funny, people are repeating my line. I said, I'm looking multi-cycle. Rewind my shows. I'm not looking for instant like a lot of you guys. And if that's what you're looking for, honestly, you shouldn't be here. In terms of trying to participate with what I'm trying to go ahead and look at and maybe essentially build out. Because at the end of the day, it is a meme. It is 100% a meme. And will be purely a meme. So, hey, maybe being that I don't put myself in the same category, maybe those creator or / KOL coins are for you. I might not be the one. Forget about look, I do a space one time, it almost hits 400 people. I didn't even announce it. I didn't announce it to anybody. I haven't told anybody. I haven't even had real conversations. Legitimate some of my friends have asked me and I've left them on red. Because there's no reason to talk about something until I'm ready. Because when I'm ready, and if I could put everything together, the amount of people that will rally together and work together for the right reasons is going to be astronomical. The energy, next to none. A lot of you guys are wearing them for fucking airdrops. Let me tell you something. Airdrops destroy every single. I went into Dogecoin. I went into Shiba Inu. I went into Pepe. Nobody airdropped me anything. Guess what? I went in. And I see a bunch of people saying, well, an airdrop. An airdrop for what? What? You're going into a meme. You're trying to be a part of the next, if anything, the longest ones are the only ones that deserve airdrops. Have you seen what's happened? This is one of the things that I talked about. Airdrops destroy all these things. Look at every single project that airdrops. It destroys whatever you're trying to build. I've never heard of this. You know, I sat back, I thought about it. Okay, I respect Luca. We're gonna bring Luca onto the show from Pudgy Penguins, okay? Pengu. We'll bring him on this week, next week. We'll see what's happened. Luke, we're going to touch base. We'll bring you on the show. We're going to talk about this. Airdrops. I'm sitting back here and I'm looking, okay, is there anything positive about airdrops? There might be from a brand building standpoint. Could be. But you're airdropping people that are not gonna hold. They're selling and they're leaving. And then they're gonna motherfucker you. And they're gonna fudge you. If this is a meme, which meme has really airdropped anybody? The most successful meme, Dogecoin. I never got an airdrop. I'm still waiting. Should I complain? What the fuck are you talking? Airdrop. Shiba Inu owes me then an airdrop. Pepe, Bobo. I'm gonna start naming names. That's why you've seen a lot of people lose. Because they are buckling to a meta. This meta of, okay, oh, we got to do it this way. If you don't do it this way, we're not going to support. Then don't support it. I ain't trying to buy your love. If you want to be a part of something fucking special, come join. Come join. You want to be a part of something special? Come join. And enjoy the ride. And then people continue to people know that I want supply control. I've said this before. If I do something like this is my brand, man. Even though this is a meme, like I'm backing something, right? I would be blessing something. And like having no supply control is crazy. It's crazy. So there's a lot of things that I've wrote that, and I continue to study what everybody has done. What did I say? The energy on day one is phenomenal. People are rallying. People are hyped up. Yeah, I'm about this life. Day 18, 19, 20. Where are you? Where is this community? This is where, like, I'm a big proponent of community. I'm a big proponent of community. Big time. But this is where my boy Sakasa and me, we clashed on this. But he makes a fucking point. Where is the community? After a few weeks, where are they? And I've always went ahead and struck back. I said, yo, community's dope. Don't worry, they show up the right. But then I'm wrong. Y'all forgot how to believe in something. It is true. You guys forgot how to believe in something. You forgot how to be patient. You forgot that relationships take time. Building takes time. Movements take time to develop. So for anybody who is impatient after 4 days, you deserve to be sidelined when it's ready to fucking go. This takes time to build. I want to build a movement that is phenomenal, that is written down in the history books. I don't want to build a fucking one-hit wonder. You guys want one-hit wonders. I'm not about that fucking life. I'm going to pick and choose what is best to move forward with. And the decisions that I make, y'all might not like them. And I'm okay with that. Because sometimes you got to make a decision that is best for you and the overall health, long term, for whatever you choose to go into. I'm trying to win. I'm not trying The end of the and this will come off bad. I know this will come off bad. I love the people that surround me. I have a lot of people that surround me, a lot of good people that support me. Even my haters, they support me quietly. You know, a lot of people talk, by the way, a lot of people talk shit about your boy DG don't got no movement, yet they talk about me every single day, talking about, hey, how do we fuck with with fucking DG again? So, you know, it's kind of funny. It contradicts the whole narrative. I'm good. Listen, I'm good. I love it. I love when motherfuckers bet against me. I've been in this space doing things for the right reasons, not for the wrong reasons. Have I tripped? Yeah, all of us have. Is my fucking record 100%? No, but it's above 80%. I can even say 90%. I know what I'm fucking doing. I know how to build. And I know I don't need to go damn fucking rush to put something out there to satisfy any single individual. Bottom line. For those who have been here, sitting back, listening to what I've been saying this entire time, respect to you guys. The biggest thing that the things that will come out of this, even if I were never to do anything, the things that will come out of this is, number one, you guys who have been here since the wallet was created, you have learned, and I see the people out there, you have learned to appreciate the art of bull posting, bag working, and building. And I know that. Your engagement has gone up. People recognize you. And that's the biggest thing. Hopefully you learned. That's one of the things. That's one of the things that I wanted to press, was making people better. Because anybody who ever fucks with me, their platform is always seen. Anybody, even the haters will tell you. Their platform grows. More hate, forget about the haters, but more people that have been given a chance to speak on my platform. When I acknowledge them, they grow. And that's a great thing. Because we need more leaders in the space. One thing that you learn, numbers don't lie, people do. And I always said that for years. Numbers don't lie, people do. You check the numbers, and that's all you got to see. The numbers. There will be people that cry. And they will say, man, I hate David. Why do you hate David? Well, because he didn't call my ticker. He didn't call something. Other than him not calling your ticker because you overinvested, why do you hate David? I don't know. I just don't. I hate him because he didn't make me rich. He should have made me rich, and he didn't. And I hate him. At the end of the day, I will sit back here and I will figure out the best way to do something that is revolutionary in my eyes. That is phenomenal, that makes people want to get in and be a part of it. Yeah. That is it. That's what I want. Listen, I've spoken about it for months. Not months. Well, yeah, technically I've been speaking about uniting and healing and bringing the culture back to crypto. Yeah, technically before all this shit, that's all I've been talking about. Rewind the tapes. This is the beautiful part about the live show. You can rewind the tapes. It's always there. Everything that I say, I don't delete it. It's right there. You can rewind it. You can listen to it 10 times over. I want this space to be great again. When I say that I want to uplift creators and showcase them, yeah, I want to go ahead and showcase real creators bringing real value to crypto, breaking down crypto. When I say that I want to rally everybody together, I mean that. I don't have to do any, by the way, I don't have to do any of this. I don't have to do any of this. I'm good. I got my show. I got my brand. It's growing. I don't need to do any of this. You have to understand, this is a headache. But you know what I've seen? Nobody's even attempted. The numbers got you all fucked up and twisted. People are judged based on a market cap. And if my ego was that big, well, I could have done it also. That's the wrong way to go about it. That is 100% the wrong way to. And this goes back to what I always say. What then am I doing different if I am just focused on a market cap and proving people wrong? Because it doesn't matter. Elvis, who's been in my DMs saying how great of a guy I am and how he looks up to me and he idolizes me, and he's tweeted about how great I am. Even if I were to send something with hard work to 50 million, Elvis and his grandmother, they'd still be mad at me. They still find something to harp about. They'd still find disappointment. That's life. You cannot, and for those who are building, who are tuned in, and you're building, you cannot build based on people like Elvis, little Elvis. You can't build on little Elvis. Because that fucks up everything. That absolutely destroys everything that you're trying to do. So, market cap, I don't really give a fuck. That's for you guys, the markets, to speculate on. I care about building. I care about when people say, yo, D, bless this shit right here, that people say, you know what? That shit is good. That shit is that. Yo, you seen that? You seen what he built over there? You see that kind of movement that he fucking. That's what I want to be acknowledged for. Not for, oh my God, look at the market cap. Look how high them. That does nothing for me. I want them to say, like, look, hey, D still got it, man. D still knows how to build out communities, man. He still knows how to rally the troops. He still does things to go ahead and push crypto to the forefront. That's what I want. I want motherfuckers to say that D's out there legit trying to build something great. That he attempted, even in failure, which I don't accept failure, though you can accept it as a lesson and keep moving forward, that every attempt that he's made, it's been for good reasons and not for selfish ones, not for him to go ahead and brag that he sent something to multi-millions like he's done in the past. Welcome to the breakdown, episode 751. We had Leonidas on yesterday. Shout out to the Door community. Shout out to the Door community. Good community. Love to see them. Love to see them show up. Love to see them. And more retweets, more reposts, more reshares. I want to see you guys really get busy. Really get busy. Tell your friend, tell your grandmother, tell everybody you know. Okay? Tell everybody you know. Let me, by the way, see what's happening on TikTok. Because I didn't even look. How disrespectful of me. I didn't even look. We got 94. We got 94 people in on TikTok. Shout out to TikTok. Web3 Glossary says, what advice would you give to a new meme builder? Here's my advice. The meme has to mean something. But besides that, you have to rally. What I mean by that is you got to bring together a group of people that are about that life, that want to see the culture come back. Because memes, it's funny. None of you motherfuckers talked about memes like I have, and I stand on that. Y'all talking about memes now because it's cool now. But there has to be a mission. What is the mission? What is the mission? What legitimately, you got to ask yourselves, what is the fucking mission? By the way, I just want to say this. To my credit, I haven't said anything. I haven't called anything. I haven't done shit but bull post. And I got to bull post harder. I haven't even really bull posted the way I'm accustomed to bull posting. I'm followed by some great people, notable people. I haven't even talked to anybody. Everybody else has used all their fucking ammunition. I haven't. I've continued to just sit back and write with this pen on my paper, just continuing to watch this space, listening, watching, reading. I haven't, all my accounts are verified on every social media platform. TikTok verified. Legacy verified on X, formerly known as Twitter. Verified on Truth Social. Verified on Getter. Verified fuck it everywhere. Instagram verified. Not paying. Legacy verified. Verified on Thread. Verified everywhere you can fucking look. I haven't made content. I haven't talked about anything. I haven't addressed anything. I haven't pushed nothing. Nothing. You know why? Because I am patiently waiting. Because I make my own momentum. I don't believe in participating in metas. I believe that if your shit is good, if you make a good product, then you're all the other things that you're looking for that will fucking come. I don't need to go ahead and race. That's the easiest way to do things. I could have jumped in this. I said this before. I could have jumped into the meta. I mean, try to use. I literally have not even tried to use any of my other platforms. I haven't even created content yet. I literally have not created content for TikTok, for YouTube. I've done nothing. Nothing. I sneezed. I literally sneezed, and one chart went to 3 million, the other one went to 1.2 million. And I haven't even, I'm just telling you numbers that are real. I sneezed. So we want to talk about numbers. I mean, like, somebody just says, yo, David. And I'm doing this with longer hair. I mean, what? I got people making I got people making NFT collections that have nothing to do with me. Community decided to do NFT collections. God bless. I've been the white bull before the bull meta hit. I'm always fucking early, never late. That was my nickname. Like, what are we talking about? I've been the bull before the bull was ever mentioned. What are we talking about? In Dogecoin before you even knew what Dogecoin was. Shiba Inu fucking, like, stop. Like, y'all wallin'. At the end of the day, and people might be heartbroken. And look, I'm going to make the best decision. I'm going to make the best decision for the thing that I want to see be built out. Bottom line. And again, I will try to figure it out to where it is fair, I guess, fair for everybody. Because I don't know. Again, that's why these type of things take time. These type of things take fucking time. Everybody who's rushing out there to do something, God bless, man. I hope y'all win. I hope you terrorize the game. I hope everybody's fucking winning. I will never wish for somebody to fail. Like, I don't care. I hope you win. I hope you win so big. I can have my comments on things, but like, ultimately, you know, when things are, whether you like somebody or not, there is a community that rallies around XYZ. They don't deserve to go ahead and be fudded. I've gone toe to toe with some of the shit out here. For instance, SafeMoon. I called the dog shit from day one, and I had a whole community attack me. Now, some people will say, yo, Dave, you just said like, but I saw something and I said, this is garbage. This is gonna fail. The community's there, but I said, this shit is gonna fail. This shit is absolutely going to fail. Because this shit happened accidentally. Because I saw it. It was an accidental kind of thing. And the founders had no clue what the fuck they were doing, which proved me right. Go look at Newsweek. Go look at everybody who interviewed me because I said that SafeMoon is dog shit. Go look at the transcripts. Go look at the articles. It's not that I was hating. It's not that I was hating. I just said, like, this is being done. This is just being done as a money grab. That's it. These motherfuckers don't know how to build. Memes, when I hear memes and utility, I laugh. There is no utility. Ladies and gentlemen, if somebody tells you there is a utility in a meme, run. Memes are supposed to be fun. I'm not saying in the future that utility can be built into a meme. I'm just saying, because like, here's my case. In the future, in the future, I believe there will be a few memes that are created that people develop into protocols that will actually solve real use cases we have here in the world, because they'll be easy to understand. Because memes, as I always say, are hella relatable. Bottom line. I talked about this before. I will never be bullied. Never be bullied into endorsing anybody. This is about this time around, and this is what happens when you start to grow. This time around, it's about the products I'm building. Bottom line. I don't know how many times I can say, I wish you well. I hope you do great. I don't need to endorse anybody. Not a goddamn person. Not a goddamn person. By the way, you want to talk about everything that I've done in this space? Let's talk about it. When XRP wasn't popular to talk about, who was talking about XRP? Hi, my name is. And I would tell people, the Bitcoin maxis, the Ethereum maxis, the everything maxis, I said, XRP doesn't bother me. Do you know why it doesn't bother me? Do you know why it doesn't bother me? Because they are dealing with the banks. The banks aren't going nowhere. Ripple is focusing on the banks. The banks need a solution. Your grandmother is not going to use crypto. So if they can go and fix the problem that Swift has, which is 4 to 5 days before your payment or you sending money gets to some part of the fucking world, if they can use it and make it instant, good. Let it happen. Let people use XRPL. Let them use Ripple's products. I don't give a shit. It doesn't affect me. If Bitcoin's going to do what Bitcoin's going to do, then Ripple and XRP, what? They're not going to have any sort of effect. First of all, Bitcoin is not supposed to be sleeping with the banks. So that was my argument there. Who was a part of that army? Me. I can name a goddamn list. I got more wins than losses. I can name the list. You guys talk shit about Cardano. Yeah, you guys talk about decentralization, right? Decentralization. We want governance and all that stuff. Now what? And then when you get it, you're dissing the founder, who had something to do with creating Ethereum, creates Cardano and now Midnight. And yes, there was a hiccup, but that's not from Midnight's network. Okay. I saw it as cheaper prices. I was fine with it. Respectfully, if anything good came out of it, I saw it as cheaper price. Not financial advice, of course. You know, it's mind-boggling to me. There's a reason why people consistently tag me, at me, yell for me, especially when it comes to the meme economy, because they know the OG and who the OG is. What are we talking about? Somebody said, why is David so hated? I'll tell you why. I'll answer that question for you real easy. Because the minute that I stop talking, vibing out, giving out my platform, saying yes, ma'am, or yes, sir, that's when people lose their shit. And then the bullying. Like, you can bully somebody on, well, you can technically bully somebody online. But you ain't gonna bully me. I can care less. You can do whatever you want. Don't stop yourself. Do it. There's nothing. There is nothing. My ass is wild, man. Relax. No Diddy. There is nothing that somebody will say that I won't say on here, man. Nothing. Zero. Somebody once said, yo, D charges 5 Bitcoin for an appearance. Yeah. Just like Grant Cardone, and Grant Cardone charged like 2,000 Bitcoin. Yeah. You want me on stage, and Bitcoin was low in numbers at that time. You want me on your stage? You want my brand? You want a piece of my brand? Yeah. If we're gonna talk about Bitcoin as money, yeah, I want Bitcoin. And then sometimes I did fuck around with people because a lot of, all these mutts contact you and they're like, yo, D, we want to work with you. How much? 1,000 Bitcoin. There is nothing you can say that I won't say myself. Not a thing. Not a thing. And that's why I got more people that love me than hate me. But I love the haters because they show up. This space is funny. I ain't gonna front. This space is funny. I'll tell you why it's funny. You have people that they want you to work for free, but make them millions of dollars. It's fucking weird. Oh no! David has a media company. They make money. Yeah. Like, yes. The lights have to be kept on. That's right. The lights have to be kept on. No. People, no, but this is a decentralized space. That doesn't mean capitalism has been thrown out the window. Yes. Yes. To work with, to be on G Media, you might have to be, there's something called sponsorships, 100%. I can't. I could tell immediately who's ever done anything in their lives outside of crypto. Not many. Not many. Crypto is the definition of fucking socialism. I swear to God, crypto reminds me of socialism. Well, you got a big brand, so you're gonna work for me for free while I make. What are we fucking talking about? Really weird. But you know what? The people that actually build here, the people who have brands that they've built out here for years, if not decades, they're not allowed to do anything. But y'all support Hulk Hogan when he, like I said, when Hulk Hogan leg dropped you, or the next celebrity comes in, y'all support the villains and everybody. Celebrities, the villains that are telling you that they're gonna rug you. Y'all support them. Somebody out here that doesn't need to do any of this shit, who wants to figure out, how do we bring back the good old times? How do we bring everybody together? How do I really bring people together? How do we have the next Wall Street bets movement? Y'all looking for holes. What can I say? You a bunch of hoes. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
What first got you excited about blockchains? Think about it. Oh wait. I bet it wasn't multi-million-dollar hacks, exposed data, or finding somewhere safe to store your seed phrase. Was it? Maybe it was the idea of decentralizing a broken financial system. Maybe it was imagining a world where people own their own data and get to sharing the value it creates. Or maybe it was the promise of a fundamentally better way of connecting, communicating, and transacting. The next phase of the internet that empowers us instead of exploiting us. So why hasn't that happened yet? Why are we still living with the same broken system that blockchains promise to fix? It's because blockchains can't keep a secret. Enabling open, transparent systems was only the first half of the challenge. For blockchains to really change the world, they also have to be able to protect our sensitive data when it matters. And that's why we built Midnight, to bring down the final barrier to mass adoption and unlock the full potential of the decentralized web. Let's build the internet we deserve, together.
Ladies and gentlemen, we all know this in crypto. Ownership matters. That's why Cake Wallet. Cake Wallet gives you full control of your digital assets, all in one easy-to-use application. You can store Bitcoin, Litecoin, Zcash, Monero, and many more with just one secure backup. Swap between coins in seconds. No copying addresses, no complicated steps, and even includes Bitcoin Lightning for faster payments. And with Cake Wallet built in, you can use crypto in real life through debit cards or gift cards. Simple, secure, self-custody. Download Cake Wallet and take control of your crypto. Welcome back. It's 1:23 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You are joining me on the Breakdown, episode 751, sponsored by Midnight, also sponsored by Polymarket. Oh my God. I thought I was about to say Polkadot or some shit. Cake Wallet, G Markets. Let's bring in Landy for a few minutes here to go ahead and chat about the markets. I said to everybody that this is going to be meme week, and obviously I'm going to talk more about memes than anything else, more than the protocols and whatnot. Though I will touch on some of the protocols that are not taking meme culture seriously, that should be taking it seriously, because man, y'all have great fucking products, but you got nobody in them. You imagine if my visibility is limited again. Let's see. Your live is not eligible for recommendation because it contains this is not. My. It's crazy. I am literally getting limited on TikTok for running this is TikTok, this is ridiculous, man. This is absolutely, we were heading over 120 concurring people in the goddamn room. When you guys don't stop me from flowing, we get into the 400-500 concurring viewers area. Like, it is such fucking bullshit. Like, how can you keep flagging me for my own product? Are you guys flagging Fox and CNBC and all these other news media outlets? Like, what the fuck is going on with y'all? Appeal not approved. This is fucking bullshit. This is absolute bullshit, man. I'm going to reach out. I'm really going to reach out to somebody high in TikTok. This is fucking crazy. That I got my own motherfucking material on here. I got sponsors that need to be showcased, and yet you are here telling me that it's unoriginal. You guys are fucking out of your minds. Who the fuck can use these live streams then? Fucking YouTube doesn't even do this shit, man. YouTube doesn't do this shit. I thought you got sold to an American fucking company. It got worse. This is absolute garbage. When we are investing so much money into this goddamn show to only be fucking silenced. Fuck. And I want you to remember, Jewish people run TikTok now, and I'm Jewish. So I don't want to hear any special treatment. There is none. There is no special treatment. Yo, tech CEOs, holler at me. We got to take care of this issue, man. We got to take care of the situation. We absolutely got I got to take care of this shit. It is absolutely unacceptable, man. Goddamn bullshit, man. And then they'll eventually take me off of Restream, and then I'm gonna have to wait 30 days in order to reapply to get back on. Like, what the fuck is... I've seen so much horrific shit on TikTok, and yet it continues to play on there. You got people making fun of Charlie Kirk's death on TikTok, yet I am on here with, this is my overlays and everything. This is my production. This has been created by my team. And you guys are going to limit my visibility because your algorithm hasn't caught up yet? Get the fuck out of here, man. That's it. It's time to start using Kick a little bit more religiously. It's time to use YouTube a little bit more religiously, because you know what? YouTube doesn't do this shit. I'm verified on Rumble. Maybe just start using shit on their religions. I don't know. This right here is absolute. This is dog shit. Absolute dog shit. Oh, so the Chinese still own this shit? It is hilarious how you go from 120 to instantly as they restrict you to 35. It is such bullshit. You know what? These social media companies need to understand. We are the product that you make money on. If I don't come on here today, you have one less creator. And then you have nothing to sell to your sponsors. Such fucking bullshit. And I tell you, this is such bullshit. This is what, yeah, I'm telling you, you better hope I don't become president. You thought Trump was trying to do you dirty. Watch what I'm gonna do. I keep telling you, man, you guys hate Trump, you'd hate me. Y'all hate me. You would absolutely hate me. But of course, I know what it is. It's because I'm a Republican. Even though I don't come on. You know what's funny, though? The Democrats come on here saying some wild shit. They're okay. But you come on here and say, hey, I think Trump is great. Uh-oh. Filter that motherfucker out. Anyway, I also think, speaking of memes, yeah, Midnight's making a recovery. Look, I know the show is sponsored, but I fuck with anything that Charles does with friends. I want to see him succeed. If you saw what happened yesterday, it was an opportunity. If you believe in everything that they've built out, or he's built out, or that team's built out, then yesterday was your opportunity. That's really what it was. It was an opportunity. Oh shit, Midnight at 1 cent? Shit. So, I don't know. To talk about the memes real quick. If my ego, you learn as you grow. I've never really, I don't think I've really had a massive ego, but I could say maybe I would have been a little bit more jumpy 10 years ago to go ahead and send something to Valhalla in terms of market cap and say, I told you so, bitches, now what? I don't have that demeanor. I don't have that. I don't got that in me. Because I don't got, I know that's the biggest thing for a lot of people is market cap high. For me now, it's, and I would say technically it has always been, are we going to build out something phenomenal or not? Because if you do, then the meme, the fucking market caps and all these things, they take care of themselves. The market sees it, the market does its thing. That's the way I think. That's the way I think. Bottom line, I'm a win. I don't give a fuck what any of you guys say. I don't give a shit what any one of you guys say. I'm going to win. I will win. And I'm not just saying that. I believe that. I will win. Like regardless, I'm winning. I'm winning in this bitch. I will win, but for the right reasons, not for egotistical reasons. For the right reasons, I'm a win. It is 1:33 p.m. on the East Coast, 3 hours back on the West. Good morning, Landy.
Good morning.
What's going on, man?
Just watching price action. I actually picked up a substantial amount of night on that crash. Um, this is something that it's funny that Charles has talked about bridges and the security problems that come with bridges, in particular, in reference to Bitcoiners and creating solutions for Bitcoiners. And yeah, this was the WAN chain ADA to BNB bridge that got exploited. So, you know, I took it as an opportunity to pick up some more. They're building out really
I
cool
said the
stuff over
same
there.
thing. I seen it. I was like, yo, let me get in.
Yep.
Like, I don't give a like. I'm not betting against Charles.
Full transparency, I was part of the Glacier drop, right? So I got quite a bit of night token dropped to me during that time period for the Bitcoin and Ethereum wallets, as well as my ADA wallets. So, I think it's only fair that I go in and, I was grabbing a little bit. I grabbed a little bit when it was just kind of going sideways for a while. But I held back in order to see if things would go lower. You never know, by the way, and hindsight's always 2020, right? You never know what the reason's going to be, but I was projecting for some downside price action for Night Token if it started to break down from that particular low, and I managed to pick up a pretty substantial amount now, so I'm well positioned the way I'd like to be in the Night Token, and I'm very, very excited about what it is that they're building. I still go in and check and see if my agent got approved. And hey, Midnight team, Midnight City, come on, approve my agent, please. I want to go. I want to go mine. I want to go. I want to go have my agent run around the city for like 5 minutes and then go to sleep for 24 hours, like David's.
Did you say you want? Never mind. I thought I heard something else. But
no.
I thought I heard something else.
I want to rule Midnight City. I have put in some prompting into my particular agent that I'm hoping will cause chaos. That's what I would like to do in Midnight City. So I'm excited to cause chaos. So as soon as they approve me, the sooner they approve me, the sooner I can be in Midnight City causing chaos, because that's exactly what the puppet likes to do. Cause a little bit of chaos.
I think so. By the way, Pump.Fun came out with something about it's boost mode apparently. So
Boost mode.
Yeah, they're boosting liquidity into the tokens within the first 5 minutes.
Okay. Is that for stuff that's on the bonding curve?
I have to look into it again, but
post-bonding?
it's something apparently the a lot of these projects die out and there's some liquidity left in them.
Yes.
So apparently they're going to use that liquidity to push it into the token within the first 5 minutes. That's apparently what after it bonds apparently.
Okay, so it'd be post bonding. Okay. That's interesting. The problem is that maybe helps buoy the chart for others to exit, but it doesn't do anything to build narrative or community around it, right? So
Well, I think it's like, okay, motherfucker, instead of right off bonding, like motherfuckers are just going to wait 5 minutes. Just
that too. Yeah, until the liquidity
like if you
hits.
think about it, I think that's
Yeah.
like I kind of like thought about it. I was like, yeah, that's let's go to my wallet, by the way, because I haven't checked it, and then we'll look at some other things. But let's check my wallet. Let's Let's see if my follower count has gone up. I'm starting to believe like the follower count on Pump.Fun isn't real. Like it can be. Unless people are it's either it's not real or motherfuckers are just lazy, right? Like it's one or the other. Let's look. Let's fucking look here. Let's see what's going on. Let's see all the bullish sentiment. All right, I'm still at 359. So Landy probably has a chance to beat me at this point. The wallet's only 23 days old. Still a young wallet, 23 days old. We have a lot of white bulls now. A lot of white bulls. One has a market cap of 453. The other one has 64% supply control. The other one has 80% supply control. Market cap is at 167. I don't know what this Sun Bull shit is, respectfully. I'm a dog, apparently. You have the other white bull. It's at 12,000. Okay, I got, what is this, 6%. And then you got a bunch of other shit. But I also did buy Bobo and Troll and Pengu and something else. By the way, which I was looking. I was looking at something. I was like, yo, you know what? I like both Wojaks. And I know people hate it when I say it, because I'm in both. Respectfully, I don't care about feelings. Solana is going to cook. Solana is 100% going to cook. So, like, right now, I think the last time I saw Wojak on Solana, it was at 1.7 million. Are you telling me that people might not go? You're telling me that it's dead? Trump, thank you. Are you telling me it's dead? I don't know. I don't think so. Again, I'm not paid. I don't know anybody from Wojak. I really don't. I don't know anybody from the Wojak on Sol community. But it's like, okay, I'll play with the one on ETH because it's been around, and then I will play. I'll have plays in both. There's nothing wrong with it either.
Yeah, I don't know too much about the one on Solana. I know that I've traded both in the past, but as a Bitcoiner, it was a trade. So, there are specific things that I'm putting into my portfolio that are like super low caps, and then some OG tokens that I've been going through and just kind of picking levels and accumulating in terms of memes. And I've told you my thesis. I think the audience pretty well knows my thesis on this is as soon as Bitcoin actually does bottom, when it actually puts in a macro low structure and starts to change into bull market structure, the memes are going to go crazy. They're going to go absolutely crazy. So, that does not mean, and I've been very, very clear about this, that does not mean that I'm expecting a bunch of OGs to significantly pass their prior all-time highs, although they might. That's not necessarily what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the upside price action in them to go along with a structural change in Bitcoin on a higher term time frame. And then I'm looking for, the potential quiet low caps that people aren't really paying attention to right now. And just accumulating because, those will significantly outrun the rest of the market in terms of price appreciation. So, yeah, it's going to be, I think it's going to be fun. I think NFTs and ordinals are also going to make a larger comeback than we've seen recently. Towards the end of the bull market, they were trying to make a comeback, and they really didn't move very much outside of a few isolated events. But I think they're gonna start to also participate when the memes start to go. And we're gonna see a lot of it.
I'm bullish on memes. Always have been. Always have been. Oh my god, I thought somebody really tweeted this out. Motherfuckers got me, man.
Well,
I thought somebody posted a fucking fake tweet that has Robinhood saying, "If you're in Solana, pivot to Robinhood." I was like, "Whoa!"
well, what's interesting is in the market right now.
By the way,
I've been
real quick, I just want to say
Yeah.
that um, the Treasury Secretary said that the Crypto Clarity Act is on the 1 yard line.
Yeah, it's
So
been on the 1 yard line for a year. So
there's a lot of talk, though. I mean, there's
I
a
don't
lot of
care
talk.
about that.
Eleanor's reporting that bipartisan discussions are taking place on Capitol Hill today relating to ethics. I'm told negotiations are also negotiators are also discussing DeFi provisions, but ethics remain the primary hurdle. Asked about the ethics proposal, a spokesperson for Loomis said last week the conversation with the White House went well, and that the ethics text set to release in the coming days will reflect that productive conversation.
Yeah,
Um,
well, they've all been productive conversations where they've been discussing the same thing, ethics and DeFi and yield, and they've been doing the same circle jerk for months and months and months and months and months. It's been on the 1 yard line for months and months and months. Look, from the administration's perspective, they are trying to push it. They're pulling out all the stops in order to try and throw their weight around to get this thing done, the same thing that they're trying to do with the Save America Act, right? They're throwing as much weight around as they possibly can to try to get it through. The fact of the matter is, this stuff can sit on the 1 yard line forever. And until they actually do something, then great. I
yeah,
honestly don't think Clarity is going to do a damn thing for the crypto industry. It's not going to change the market structure for Bitcoin or Ethereum or anything from here. And if anything, most of the actionable stuff that we're going to see outside of this is going to be on the traditional market and banking side of things. So anybody pinning their hopes to like, oh, Clarity, you might see some volatility around it passing, but it's not. Is it going to allow for bigger players to have easier ways to deal with crypto? Is it going to allow for more people to come in here and start building? Is it going to allow for more liquidity to flow in the future? Absolutely, sure. Great, awesome. We're laying the groundwork, but it's a massively watered down bill. It has been deviated from the original ethos for the things that it was going to codify for the SEC and CFTC. That it's like, okay, great. This does some good things, but by and large, it doesn't do anything that there aren't solutions to already available at this particular moment. So I know a lot of people get excited. Oh, Clarity, it finally passed. And it will be promoted by the administration as a big win.
yeah,
And in the longer term, it is a win for the crypto industry, right? But it is not the immediate catalyst, and it is not enough, in my opinion. It is not enough. They have taken enough key things out that I think it keeps the banks. This is why the banks are okay with it, because it keeps them safe from the majority of the competition while allowing them a piece to custody your crypto and pay you interest based on that crypto, and then participate in rehypothecation of your crypto just like they do with your fiat. So awesome. If you're about that life when it comes to holding your own coins, managing your own portfolio, and being your own bank, which is what we have constantly tried to pitch this industry as. Which, by the way, the whole notion of a lot of these players in the industry at the top level of this game in the crypto industry that are actually in Washington DC and pushing policy is like, well, we're going to be cheaper, faster, and and safer than TradFi. And honestly, the people who have been pushing that out there, their products have been hacked multiple times. They're not cheap to use. In fact, they're more expensive than the traditional systems. And they have less liquidity. And honestly, these are valid criticisms of some of these players in the crypto industry that pitch a big game and swing their ball sack around like they've got it, when in reality what they've been pitching, these guys, the banks and the institutions, just laugh at them because they know for a fact that a Robinhood can make it cheaper, faster, and safer. But even they're not safe. Look at all the different crap. Just had a conversation the other day. You go to your Robinhood wallet, you could buy a token on Robinhood chain, and then the next minute it disappears. Do you think that's a good user experience for people who are just used to going and buying stocks on Robinhood? No. It's this industry has a problem. We want to move fast and break things, and then we pitch things about how fast we are and how cheap we are when it's actually not cheap to go and bridge from chain to chain to chain. When most of these things aren't fast, most of these things are illiquid as shit, and there's no real value proposition for some of these people that are coming over from traditional finance unless they can make money on the products that they're tokenizing. And this is that's not cheap. It's half of it's not confidential. Most of it is open to all kinds of different threat vectors, and there's no insurance. So, you know what they did with this Clarity Act is they said, okay, banks, let's just join at the damn hip so that we can get the protections of insurance. Let's go ahead and make it so that you can custody the crypto and rehypothecate the crypto that people are going to give you. And now you can go out there and farm your deposits and we'll compete on equal ground. They literally gave up the one thing that they said they were going to fight for, which was native yield on stable coins, which is stupid because there ain't a single fucking stable coin that pays you native yield anyway. Look, if you really want to get out of the damn system, that's why you buy Bitcoin. That's why most of this fucking bullshit that we've been building here for a very long time is just replicating the garbage that we already had in the traditional market system. And yes, this particular subject I have been very, very, very loud on, and it pisses a lot of people off. They're like, oh, the puppet hates crypto. No, I don't hate crypto. I hate the people who have been already joined at the hip with the institutions that have pitched crypto in a very specific way, and with a very specific false ideology about what it should be and why it should be that way. There's people who are building real solutions and making it very cheap, fast, and effective for you to utilize crypto and allowing for the unbanked to become banked. And by the way, the unbanked to become banked is a really stupid way of saying that you're just going to get back into the traditional market system. How about we utilize those people who are able to get into the banking system, have another route and path through crypto, not unbanked are going to be banked. Fuck that bullshit. Don't try to bank them because the banks are just going to take from them the moment they get, any moment they get. And now they're going to be the ones that are pitching the products that are going to be facilitating that even more at a much wider scale throughout the global economy instead of siloed each economy individually. So look, Clarity, whatever. Clarity does nothing for me. It does nothing, in my opinion, to help the pleb that's out there trying to push their tokens. All it's going to do is it's going to allow more liquidity, which eventually will buoy all boats. But the problem is all of the people that are in this space, they're technically fiat maxing. All y'all are just fucking fiat maxis. All you want to do is make a buck to flip the fiat so that you can pay your bills and or have money to buy cool shit. I want to go and I want to buy that nice car. I want to go and I want to buy that nice house. And you're going to use fiat to do it. Most aren't being honest when they deny that fact anyway. And there's a lot of this is where we have drifted very far afield. And I'm not saying that, by the way, that anything is really that bad about it. Like these are horrible, a horrible ethos to have. It's just the world we live in. Understand what's happening and don't defy your actual ideals to chase dollars. If you're gonna chase dollars and that is your ideal, then be about that ideal. I'm here to make money. But don't pitch yourself at the top of this game as like you're some fucking I'm a huge decentralization maxi in Washington D.C. and on the Hill and in all these fucking meetings. Yet you run one of the most centralized goddamn platforms on the planet that built out L2s that are fucking centralized, that are pitching for more centralized players to come in, utilizing the fiat system to centralize even more. It's a bunch of bullshit. And the wool has been pulled over a lot of people's eyes in this space specifically as they just chase the narratives all over the timeline because they're also just fiat maxing. If you really want to be about that ethos, you contribute to building out the decentralized economy. And most here aren't interested in doing that. They're all about, let's pass this, let's get that, let's make sure that we could get traditional finance in the door. Yeah, they're going to be here either way. But what are you doing to actually build out the decentralized economy? What are you doing to actually give yourself that potential check against those centralized systems? And most aren't doing that. Most aren't talking about that. None of this is furthering that ideal anyway. Now, granted, everything centralized trends towards decentralization, and everything decentralized trends towards centralization. So it's just the ebb and flow, and it's a Tuesday. So I got to have a little bit of a rant.
Welcome to the breakdown. What you're looking at right now is a puppet ranting, and you're also looking at my Pump.fun page where I don't know, it's not giving out the stats, but I think there's like 45 tokens that are held in that wallet that have been sent to me. Well, I would just say 4 of them I bought, which is Trump token, Bobo, Troll, and Pengu. So I bought 4, but the rest have been sent. I have not made a decision. I have not done anything yet. It's nice to see people that have still stayed around and, that believe in some sort of movement, believe in something. Like Landy, who got angry today. The puppet got angry. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Sponsored by, let's go ahead and take this off. Sponsored by Midnight.
What first got you excited about blockchains? Think about it. Oh, wait. I bet it wasn't multi-million-dollar hacks, exposed data, or finding somewhere safe to store your seed phrase. Was it? Maybe it was the idea of decentralizing a broken financial system. Maybe it was imagining a world where people own their own data and get to sharing the value it creates. Or maybe it was the promise of a fundamentally better way of connecting, communicating, and transacting. The next phase of the internet that empowers us instead of exploiting us. So why hasn't that happened yet? Why are we still living with the same broken system that blockchains promise to fix? It's because blockchains can't keep a secret. Enabling open, transparent systems was only the first half of the challenge. For blockchains to really change the world, they also have to be able to protect our sensitive data when it matters. And that's why we built Midnight, to bring down the final barrier to mass adoption and unlock the full potential of the decentralized web. Let's build the internet we deserve, together.
Ladies and gentlemen, we all know this in crypto. Ownership matters. That's why Cake Wallet. Cake Wallet gives you full control of your digital assets, all in one easy-to-use application. You can store Bitcoin, Litecoin, Zcash, Monero, and many more with just one secure backup. Swap between coins in seconds. No copying addresses, no complicated steps, and even includes Bitcoin Lightning for faster payments. And with Cake Wallet built in, you can use crypto in real life through debit cards or gift cards. Simple, secure, self-custody. Download Cake Wallet and take control of your crypto. Welcome back to. I'm reading like the new liquidity shit, the boost thing that Pump.Fun came out with. So Jason141, excuse me, this guy Jason, essentially that works with Pump Fund, says no, the liquidity pool is completely unaffected. Here's what boost mode actually does with the LP. Number one, 17.6 SOL is taken from the LP upon migration. 2, 17.6 SOL in virtual liquidity replaces it. The LP structure is completely unchanged. 3, the real 17.6 SOL is injected back into the chart over a 5-minute period. Over a 5-minute period. The reason we're able to replace the real liquidity with virtual liquidity, it was never usable in the first place. So it doesn't matter whether the 17.6 SOL is real or virtual. It just matters that something is there to replace what we've taken out. The net positive result we're adding to what we already had. Traders and holders get a win-win as a whole. What do you think about that, Landy?
Eh. I mean, great. Awesome. I mean, it's not a
Virtual
negative.
liquidity.
It's not a negative at the end of the day, but it is not. I don't know.
Virtual liquidity.
The only thing that matters is holder distribution and how much actual liquidity is in the pool.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to.
Facts.
And community, right? If it's got to have a community behind it. If it doesn't have a community behind it, it's not going anywhere.
Landy, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
No, I won't ask you.
Gonna ask me if I hold tokens? I hold lots of tokens. I hold all of the tokens, especially the ones that all of you are a fan of.
Do you think that I can win?
Do I think that you can win? Yeah.
No, in a sense that do you think I can rally the communities together or no?
That's not your choice. You can try. That's up to the communities. You don't get a choice.
So you don't think I can do it?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you don't.
I think you just said that.
No, I'm saying you don't get a choice. You can.
Do you think people want to bring back that old school culture?
Sure.
Or do they just, or most people just say that? Just you know.
I think that there's a lot of people that just say it. And I think for a lot of folks, what it is it's nice to reminisce about the past. But the social media environment that builds community has changed, and you have to move with the times, right? And the products that have been built have changed, right?
Yeah.
It was much easier to build a community when you had devs that actually had to pay, not an insignificant amount of money to launch tokens and projects, right? When there is that barrier to entry, when it did cost, quite a bit of gas on the network to actually transact, you have it acts like a filter. It filters out the lowest common denominators, right? So now the strategies have to be different. And it has to be what catches the narrative and which has large stable communities, right? And bringing people together, though, that's an entirely different scenario, right? So realistically, you can try to bring people together, but it's their choice at the end of the day if they want to participate in coming together and actually trying to recapture what was once had, right? It's like trying to steer Bitcoin back to the cypherpunk roots of what it was that they what it was that they, what the ethos was, right? As we kinda, as Leo talked about kinda splitting into, basically 3 different camps. You've got the fence sitters, you've got the filter boys, and you've got the Ordinals and Runes crew, right? And what aligns more closely with the original roots? I would argue that it's actually the Ordinals and Runes guys that align more with the cypherpunk roots. Then there's people who vehemently disagree, and they can probably make some good points. But if I'm going to be looking at who's actually doing things in terms of participating on the network, in terms of driving conversation forward that is actionable, that people where people are you see the conversation happen, and then you see the on-chain results. That really is, it doesn't matter if you agree or disagree with their ethos, that's what's happening, right? And it's driving, 72% of transactions on chain, right? So, um, it really is it's a matter of you can be the vector, and I think you can be a successful vector for trying to bring people together, and then it's their choice if they want to come together and actually embrace the ethos of cooperation and working together and that kind of stuff, right? And bringing back the kind of vibes that used to be positive, exciting, having fun, joking around, and also um keeping things informative on what's coming next, right?
Yeah.
And continue to do that. And the tactics just have to be different now. You have a platform that you built on your own here. You get to choose who comes here and who talks. You get to choose your guests. You have plenty of people that hit you up that want to be on the show, and you either say yes or no, or you reach out to somebody that you want on the show. You are in full control. In the echo chamber that is crypto X or crypto Twitter,
Yeah.
you have a loud voice. So you can be a rallying voice for the space, but it's up to the people to either listen and heed the advice and participate in a healthy way or not. And you're gonna get haters, you're gonna get trolls, you're gonna get those were always ever present. It's just that the biggest accounts were typically or those that were growing the fastest were the ones that were rallying people together to talk about the things that they were excited about.
For me, like I've been able to with this whole, with this whole situation, I've been able to observe the mindset of everybody. So you have people that say, yeah, 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 we're down for the cause. That's day one, day two, day three. Everybody's like, down for the cause. Yeah, yeah, take your time, right? It gets to day 10, 11, 12, and they're looking at market cap. They're not down for any cause. It's just market cap.
Mhm.
Why am I not rich yet? That's what I see. So as long as the market cap and green candles are there, people are down for the movement. They don't even know what the fuck. You can talk about the movement every single second of the day. They don't care about the movement. They'll pretend to care about the movement as long as the chart is green and the market cap goes higher. Now that's easy to do. There's nothing hard about that. Okay, I drop a ticker, I drop the contract, or I endorse it, whatever it is. It goes up, and then what?
And then everybody's happy, and then when people start taking profit and it goes down, then everybody's sad, and then you're the bad guy. No matter what. I mean, that's
And then,
always the case.
and then you have people talking about like airdrops. Why? I didn't get, like I said this earlier. I don't know if you were here. I didn't get airdrop to go into Shiba Inu. I didn't get airdrop to go into fucking Dogecoin. Like I didn't get airdrop to go into Pepe, Bobo. Like I'll name them all out. I didn't get airdropped. The airdrop situation is one that is absolutely devastating to the ecosystem that you're trying to build out. It absolutely destroys it. And it would take, and yes, I use this word a lot, multi-cycle. Yeah, you're building towards that, but airdrops, they leave the project damaged. Look at, I've had plenty of time. Look at the projects that airdrop. They're hurting.
Mhm.
Will they come? For instance, Ansem went to 400 million. Now it's down to the $200 million area. If he didn't airdrop, he would have went much higher quicker. I'm not saying people would have not pulled out profit. People will pull out profits, but not. But
You know
you'll
what?
have
You
profit.
know what would have sent that to $1 billion? What would have sent that to $1 billion is if he took a portion of the fees and instead of running competitions and paying people in Solana to post or repost or just be post your wallet and I'll send you Solana kind of stuff. If he had actually come up with a solution for ferreting out, because there's a lot of farming wallets, right? For actually ferreting out associations with farming wallets and then distributing a portion, not all, just a smaller portion of Solana to the holders across the board, all the way to the bottom, holder. You're going to get a percentage of that that's going to come back into the token. You're going to get a percentage of that that's going to go into some other things. But the fact of the matter is, just the act of doing that would have likely sent that to $1 billion. Because one, you're taking from fees, which are being generated on the token, you're sending them out to people who are holders who then can bulk up their holdings if they want, or they can take and do whatever the hell they want. But you know what they're not doing? They're not applying downside pressure to your project. And I'm not saying that that is the only way to do these things, but that would have been a game changer. You know why people don't do it? Because they're too concerned about the next listing that they're going to try to obtain with the supply and the paired liquidity that they can provide. And they're too concerned with having a treasury or reserve and a way to siphon out. And you know what? The same thing that happens with airdrops for people who want to sap the liquidity pool, because I can be a dev or I can CTO a project and I can have a bunch of supply and say, hey, we're going to do this big old airdrop. Now I make 400, 500 wallets of my own that get airdropped along with the rest of people and just start dumping out in small amounts. Therefore, I could walk away with it, right? You could do the same with the Solana, but you're going to keep the Solana either way if you're generating fees on it. And if that does make price go up, guess what? You generate more fees, which means it's all going to come back to you in the end anyway, and you can create an actual flywheel. He
Yeah.
would have gone to $1 billion. I guarantee he would have at least pushed past the levels that he had and gotten fairly close. And the problem is that the airdrop meta is great for distribution of the token if you're only looking at the token wallet count. And if you don't have a team that is going through and trying to prune and aggregate those wallets, whether they be bot activity wallets, whether they be wash trading wallets, market making wallets, whatever it is, because everybody's got a freaking bot. Everybody's got a bot that's kicking out information and doing volume and market making and trading. It's so ubiquitous, and it's even easier to pop them up now than it ever was before with all of the AI tools that, you filter it out for those that are going to be holding Solana. And maybe you even do airdrop those ones, some Solana or some USDC or USDT, and let them do whatever they're going to do. If that at least a portion of it's going to come back in towards the actual token for rebuys. And then you get that snowball effect to the upside as people are like talking about it, and you get the social media network effect and butterfly effect of that kind of stuff versus airdropping the actual token, which is only going to take from the other side of the liquidity. If you airdrop the Ansem token, it's only going to take from the Sol side of the liquidity pool. They're not somebody's not going, "Oh, you airdrop me some Ansem," or you do these insignificant dust amounts, which no one gets excited about. Who the fuck cares about a dust amount?
Yeah.
But if somebody gets $10 of Solana in their wallet and they've been holding some Ansem, hey, maybe I'll buy some more Ansem. Maybe I'll buy myself some lunch. At least a smaller portion of people will go into that token. That's just one aspect of many other things that can be done to encourage and increase the likelihood of a snowball effect and a monetary flywheel that can continue. Now, yes, it does have attrition over time in terms of fees. You can't do it forever, but you can kickstart things that way. You don't kickstart things with the base token because you're just taking from one side of the liquidity. And here's the real danger for a lot of projects in the early days that did this. They provided their own liquidity, right? So they did a TGE and they sold off a portion. A lot of that liquidity for the initial liquidity pool was not the reason why they did these airdrops is so they could extract their own damn liquidity back via the airdrop and hide it in between all the other transactions, the people they knew that they were going to sell along with them. And that's just not the way to do it. That's not the way to do it if you want long-term health and upside price action. And of course, I get it. They want to make their money back as quickly as possible. And so do the VCs that are funding them and all this other shit. But realistically, if it's purely community driven, you reward the community in the network level token or a stable coin, and you will see that people will get excited about it. They will go and they will start to pump it up in earnest. And sure, is it shorter lived when you do that? You're going to get the initial reactions and the excitement, and it's usually short lived, and then things come back down. But realistically, if you consistently show over time that you're going to reward the people in the community with that stuff, and I've seen even some really good cases where people rewarded in the network level token because there wasn't really robust pairs at the time um, for the stables, which is one of the reasons why many of these things went away. But they started dropping, you could drop you make a collection of NFTs and then you get a whole side market going and that's completely free and airdrop to holders. And you run incentive based stuff around it. Like if you do hold X amount of whatever Ansem token it is, you get this NFT collection airdrop to your wallet and whatever. But there's a million different ways. I'm not saying that these are the solutions and these are the ways that you must do things in order for them to be successful, but these are a successful things that have been done. Now, many of the players in the game that did this kind of stuff also played games and fucked around and wanted to take profit out of the community because they felt that they were owed for the work that they were putting in. And or they did it all to rug. Like they did the good things in the end of the day just to turn around and jack the liquidity and run away with it. And that's been the majority of these good ideas I haven't seen put together in a singular project. I've seen most of it just in bits and pieces and parts of other projects that have had success, that ultimately what it ended up with is the team or somebody at the community level got greedy and ended up running away with all the money, or they themselves got too big. They got too big for their own britches, spent a whole bunch of the team's money and collapsed in on themselves. And then they were dead. And the narrative was they were dead. Token goes down with it, even though they might have spent money. They might have lost money on the entire endeavor for what they were trying to build. I've seen that plenty of times too. And that's, let's F around and find out, man. That's what this game is.
Yeah, the things that I have on my mind of doing, I won't talk about it publicly because I want to be first to market with it. But I like I said, I've already watched carefully to see how everybody else is fucked up. Listen, there have been some really good things that people have done, but I've also watched the fuck ups. And again, you learn. What's the fucking saying, man? I grew up on this because grandma used to say this to me. Learn from other people's mistakes, right? So it's just like I sit back and I'm like watching carefully. How do I go about this? I've said this multiple times. I don't know how, and I guess that's why somebody also, I guess yesterday or I don't know when this shit came into the wallet. I said supply control is necessary, right? That's number
Mhm.
one. I think supply control is 100% necessary. In these markets and in this current era, it is necessary. 100%.
Yeah.
Um,
For this type of for meme
yeah,
coins, in my opinion, yes.
100%. And when it comes to meme coins, you have to. Like it's a look at where we at. Like look at where we are at. Like in order for me, again, and that's why like I hesitate to say a lot of things because again, I want to be first to market with everything that I've written down and thought about. Like how do you make this successful? How do you bring people back into this goddamn fucking place? So these are the things that I've written down. Supply control, I've always said, big time, big thing. Airdrops, horrific. Like I finally said, like airdrop. In my personal opinion, listen, some people might say otherwise, right? But to me, airdrops are horrific. They do damage whatever you're building. You can have a great thing, but it will not move because people will buy, sell, buy, sell. They will hold the chart. They will hold everything down. And it's not so much like for me, I can care less about the chart. It's people's moods change when the charts aren't where they're supposed to be in their mind. Like if it's not in the millions, like the mood changes instantly. Like I've seen Landon, I've literally right now, I've seen it firsthand. The mood has changed.
Yeah.
And that's okay because like I expected it to. Because like at what there are people that let's be realistic. There are people that they're sitting, they're waiting. They're like, yo, when's he gonna call it? When's he going to bless it, endorse it, whatever? Like, when's he going to do it? So that tells me they're not serious, respectfully. Or their mind has been, and I don't fault them. Their mind has been so fucked up by this space that their trust, even with a brand like mine, their trust is literally. I don't give a fuck how long he's been here. Why hasn't he said something? And then they start questioning and then they leave.
But
These are the same
thing.
people that said that they were down for the movement. They're down to bring back the trenches, down to bring back the culture, the meme culture. These are the same people saying that.
But you're damned if you do and damned if you don't.
Correct.
Let's say you throw your weight behind something. You throw your weight behind something, and then you're still going to get shit. Oh, David must have loaded up on a bunch of side wallets and he's going to dump
Correct.
on everybody's heads. And then they do no proof, nothing ever is shown ever. With the moment that price comes back down, that will be the narrative because it's going to be laid out there the moment that things take off. You cannot win in this space with certain people. And really what it comes down to is if you show the right things in a project, if you take the right steps, whether successful or not, no one can fucking say a word. That is, what you do is you put people in a position where you say, look at what I have done to try and push things forward, whether it's I give out Solana, USDT, USDC, whatever it is for holders, whether it's I create and fund NFT projects with fees and give people cool artwork, whether it's I build an entire platform around this thing, whether I build an entire chain around something. It doesn't fucking matter, man. If
Yeah.
you can turn back to somebody, and even then you can do all of the right things. You can show all of the proof, you can show all of the chain, you can show all of the history, you can show all of the videos, the clips, anything that you put out there as a project, and there's always going to be somebody chirping. There's
Yeah.
always going to be somebody chirping. But if
I
you
don't really
give,
give a fuck.
But if you
I
give-
can care less, but I'm just
but
saying.
if you do things in an open, honest, and correct way that actually does have real economic flywheel value behind it, no one can say shit. No one can actually stand on their soapbox and say jack shit. And there's some things, it's like we had Leo on here yesterday. There's a bunch of people even within the Ordinals ecosystem in space that don't like him. They don't like him. They don't like the rune stones, they don't like the dog army, they don't like the token. There's accusations being thrown around, but it doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter if you were literally Santa Claus one day and everybody could have got out at $1 billion but chose not to. And literally had free money sitting in their wallets and they could have cheated and could have gotten out. No, instead, there's a bunch of people that bought the highs and sold the lows, and it's all his fault.
Yeah.
Even though it was an airdrop to 125,000 wallets, you got a free rune stone that you could have flipped for thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars at one point that was absolutely free, dropped right into your wallet. And in fact, many people like myself got multiple rune stones. And then for the ones that we kept, we got a bunch of dog. Got 870
Yeah.
thousand dog.
It's like
for rune stone.
870 dog. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I'm not going to sit there and bash anything that he did because it doesn't matter that price went up to nearly $1 billion and went back down. That's normal in any kind of an airdrop situation because the price started to run because of the excitement. Oh, well, yeah, but there's this scenario and that scenario and this over here. And it's like, who the fuck cares? If you got it for free, and if you actually paid money for it, you're just pissed because you must have paid for it at a higher price. That's it. It was literally fucking free. You didn't have to lift a damn finger. You didn't have to lift a damn finger. Those are things like I get it. And I understand some of the people who have criticisms because they're like, they legitimately feel like they've got for some reason and they've got their whole thesis. And I feel for them. Good. You can have your whole thesis. That doesn't mean it's real. That doesn't mean it's reality. It doesn't. And that's always bothered me. You can do anything. Look, there was a guy back in the day. He had an email newsletter and then a website later where he had basically a faucet for Bitcoin. Some of the faucets ran all the way until the beginning of last bull market cycle.
Yeah.
For Bitcoin. And there was a guy who I forget his name now because I'm been ranting too long today, but he had a website that would literally, it was like you could go there to the faucet and you could get like 10 Bitcoin. And this dude built out all of this. He shut things down. And this guy who gave out fucking free Bitcoin for years got torched by motherfuckers.
Well, that's how this space is.
They came up with all kinds of things. Like he was giving out free Bitcoin and he was on the other side, he was mining and then lending Bitcoin to exchanges so that we would go in and buy more Bitcoin from the exchanges. And then he would dump it out on the other side in conjunction with the exchange. They made up so much shit about this guy that he just left the fucking space completely. He shut everything down and he moved on. It was amazing. Like this dude literally gave you free fucking Bitcoin. You just went there and you clicked a fucking button and you got a transaction sent to your wallet with 10 Bitcoin. And because when he shut it down and the timing happened to coincide with one of the freaking exchanges going under, that it was all his fault.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. By the way, no evidence of this. No evidence to back up any of these claims ever appeared. They always said they had evidence. They were going to leak chat logs and show how it was all on chain and you could track the transactions to this particular wallet on the exchanges and all that. It was a bunch of bullshit. Oh, he was a front for the exchange. It was all about onboarding. He never once even, remember when he used to have the banner for the exchange there? He had banners for multiple exchanges.
Listen, people will FUD anything in this fucking space. We know that. That's not something fucking shocking.
No one's ever going to be happy. So you know what? That's why I went full evil mode last bull market, and every single one of your liquidity pools I got in and absolutely took it all. Every last, I just into that liquidity pool and right back out. Because people just had this idea that we're just going to chase and chase and chase and blame the loudest person who is out there on the timeline pumping it. So you know what? Might as well participate. Easy money, baby. Easy money. Work your way into the liquidity pool. Easy money.
Welcome to the breakdown. That's Landy. Landy's gonna make easy money.
Yo, Robinhood's been pretty easy money if you know what to do. Nah, by the way, most people are losing their asses over there on meme coins. But if you know what to do, you can make some pretty easy money over there right now. You don't have to go to Robinhood. You don't have to use OpenSea. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. It's pretty easy money. There's a lot of volume, and that's where you eat.
Well, it is 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I definitely got to be out. I got to go get my haircut today, man. My hair is fucking long as fuck. Well, in my eyes, it's longer now. I might keep on growing it out. I don't know. I got to get the size done though. I'm looking at messages. People are just like, man, Dave, please call it. No, and it's not because I'm trying to make people suffer. It's just I'm trying to get it right. You know what they're trying to do? They're like, yo, you don't got motion. That's why you're scared. I'm like, okay, whatever you want to say, I don't care. And it bothers them that that's not getting to me either. So it's just like, what can I say to him to rattle him? Nothing. Zilch. Zero. I can see by the chat activity now, there's more chat on TikTok than there's here, and I'm limited on TikTok. You guys are sitting back, and it's like almost like you're depressed. The energy is absolutely not there. I'm sorry, it's not. But I will. Here's the difference. As I always said, I will make my own momentum. I don't play a part of these metas, and I don't chase green candles. I don't do none of that stuff. I will turn shit into a vibe when the time is right. That's all. That's the answer to some of those DMs that I'm getting. Anyway, Landy, it's good to have you here. Good show yesterday. You guys, if you missed Monday's market update, Landy was on there breaking stuff down. Tune into that and see it on the Gochstein handle, or you can see it on Landy's personal account. So tune into that. And yeah, we'll chat later today, Landy, and we'll see you back on here tomorrow.
All right, David. Appreciate you, brother.
Have a great one. That's the puppet. That is the puppet. That is the puppet. He is schooling you on Robinhood. Y'all don't want to fuck with Landy, man. I don't fuck with Landy. He speaks quiet. He speaks quietly. But he will smack that. He will smack your head up. He will smack the back of your head, man. What is nuts? Anyway, we'll be back right after this commercial break. We'll be back.
What first got you excited about blockchains? Think about it. Oh, wait. I bet it wasn't multi-million-dollar hacks, exposed data, or finding somewhere safe to store your seed phrase. Was it? Maybe it was the idea of decentralizing a broken financial system. Maybe it was imagining a world where people own their own data and get to sharing the value it creates. Or maybe it was the promise of a fundamentally better way of connecting, communicating, and transacting. The next phase of the internet that empowers us instead of exploiting us. So why hasn't that happened yet? Why are we still living with the same broken system that blockchains promise to fix? It's because blockchains can't keep a secret. Enabling open, transparent systems was only the first half of the challenge. For blockchains to really change the world, they also have to be able to protect our sensitive data when it matters. And that's why we built Midnight, to bring down the final barrier to mass adoption and unlock the full potential of the decentralized web. Let's build the internet we deserve, together. What first got you excited about blockchains? Think about it. Oh wait. I bet it wasn't multi-million-dollar hacks, exposed data, or finding somewhere safe to store your seed phrase. Was it? Maybe it was the idea of decentralizing a broken financial system. Maybe it was imagining a world where people own their own data and get to sharing the value it creates. Or maybe it was the promise of a fundamentally better way of connecting, communicating, and transacting. The next phase of the internet that empowers us instead of exploiting us. So why hasn't that happened yet? Why are we still living with the same broken system that blockchains promise to fix? It's because blockchains can't keep a secret. Enabling open, transparent systems was only the first half of the challenge. For blockchains to really change the world, they also have to be able to protect our sensitive data when it matters. And that's why we built Midnight, to bring down the final barrier to mass adoption and unlock the full potential of the decentralized web. Let's build the internet we deserve, together.
Ladies and gentlemen, we all know this in crypto. Ownership matters. That's why Cake Wallet. Cake Wallet gives you full control of your digital assets, all in one easy-to-use application. You can store Bitcoin, Litecoin, Zcash, Monero, and many more with just one secure backup. Swap between coins in seconds. No copying addresses, no complicated steps, and even includes Bitcoin Lightning for faster payments. And with Cake Wallet built in, you can use crypto in real life through debit cards or gift cards. Simple, secure, self-custody. Download Cake Wallet and take control of your crypto. Welcome back to the breakdown. You know what's funny? I have screenshots of Roko talking about how I am a god, and now he's in here. And like I said again, this is probably somebody that put $7 into something, and the return on, I guess, investment hasn't been there, so they're upset. And they feel like coming in here. I didn't ask you guys, by the way, let's keep it here a buck. I didn't ask you guys to send me anything. But since you sent it into my wallet, it's mine. So I just want you guys to really know that. It's not yours, it's mine. That's it, bottom line. You're using my image. Can you imagine? You guys are sitting here. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. You're sitting in here. You're telling me what to do with my image. And you're using my image to try to go ahead and profit when I'm trying to do something completely different. So I don't give a fuck. If anything, shit, I was about to say something, but you know what? I'm going to take the higher road. I will take the higher road. You're not a prophet. You've never been a prophet. Somebody like you has never, ever been in profit in anything. I can tell by your PFP. Okay? You're not going to make me, none of you motherfuckers will ever pressure me, think that you're bullying me into doing something where I am taking on a massive responsibility while you guys absolutely milk my brand and my IP. Are you fucking stupid? This man's sitting over here like, I'm going to milk your IP and you're going to work for me. No, that's not how it works. You ought to just swap. Swap out. Somebody said soft shilling. I've been the bull. Way before these bulls came out, I've been the bull. 2017, 18. I already put that shit out there, what was drawn about me, what people used to say about me, the bull, the crypto bull. Let's not go there. You imagine I used your face. Imagine people sent you something and we're using your face to go ahead and make money. Are you fucking kidding me? I've burned people have sent me shit. I've burned 150. People have told you. If you listen to rooms, people have told you. People have sent me stuff all the time and I burned it immediately. I burned like $150,000, $200,000, bam, in an instant. Please, David, do this. Please, David, do that. I had people send me 90% of a supply. Bam, out. Soul incinerator ass. Like, what are we talking about? The fuck are we talking about? What the fuck are we talking about? I don't give a fuck what you do. I don't know what you're in. I don't give a fuck what you do. I was reading some of the comments. I'm like, what's soft shilling? I'm bull posting. That's it. There ain't no soft shilling. If I like something, I'm gonna say it. And then you got people fudding that I ain't the white bull because I'm not white. I'm absolutely blown away. Anyway, shout out to everybody tuning in to the show. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm telling you, man, I'm president. This dude gets. Leo knows. I open up a space, 300, 400 people in a dead market. I open up. This live show is going to do triple the numbers. Bull comes back. And it's still a great show with good ratings. So it's like, what are we talking about? What the fuck are we talking about? There's a reason why people are fucking crying for me. What are we talking about? We're going to actually sit here with the audacity. The audacity. I don't even know what I don't give a fuck what you're holding. I don't give a fuck what you're holding. That does nothing for me. We ain't on the same topic. Don't say Gochstein bull because somebody's gonna fucking probably create that and send that shit to me and give me more problems. Man, my ear is so clogged. I think I blew out my ear. Everybody remembers that, man. Like, who gives a fuck? I'm still holding Neo. Congratulations. Like, who gives a shit? You want to go? I'm still holding IOTA. You want to go back in the day? We can go back in the day. I'm still holding a lot of things. What does that have to do with now? What does that have to do with now? It's crazy, man. Like the shit that y'all say. Y'all even think before you talk? Y'all think? Do you guys think before you talk? I want to unite the crypto space. I want to have a Wall Street Bets movement. I will do it. And I will figure out a way that it does work. I want retail to rally together. Y'all motherfuckers want this instantly. It's wild, man. I'm telling you, a lot of people have never built anything in their lives. I'm telling they have never built a Lego set. Okay, they've never built something from IKEA. You know what? This is like building furniture from IKEA. It's tough. Even the smartest individuals, you're looking at this IKEA set, it's pretty hard to build. And now I don't even want to build an IKEA furniture set because that's just dog shit. Anyway. I gotta say, I am disappointed that people. I am disappointed. The only thing that I'm disappointed in is that Sakasa was right. And I hope I can prove him wrong, but in a good way. Because at the end of the day, like, my arguments have always been like, if a community really rallies together and he's like, let's see in 90 days where this community is. And like, he's right. Like, for the first week or two, everybody's hyped, and then the market cap comes into play. And if the market cap and the numbers aren't right, it's like, ugh. Moving on. Building, I'm going to be repetitive, building takes time. This is not a sprint. It's a marathon. I promise you. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And on that note, guys, I hope you have a phenomenal day bitching, either doing productive things or go out and continue to bitch. But for those bitching, it's time to go ahead and let the nuts drop. And for once in your life, believe in something. I am tired of laying out my resume. I've done things transparently. I really have done things transparently, not taking any shortcuts. Long-term vision has always been my thing. So if you know the resume, then I don't gotta go ahead and preach to you. If you don't, find out. And on that note, I love you motherfuckers. Keep doing your thing. Hopefully tomorrow there's a little bit more energy in this goddamn show. Because right now I'm feeling like the Titanic and it's breaking. It just hit the iceberg. But on that note, guys, much love and respect. TikTok, hopefully you get your shit together. Not the people, but TikTok themselves with the fucking algorithm.